I'm gonna turn out one more video for tonight and then I'm gonna pack it up. For this last video is when to avoid doing spiritual work whatsoever, unless you're really good and you just know what you're doing. So this is for the babies. All the professionals, keep scrolling or just drop a comment below to let me know if I'm correct or if I missed anything. Or you can drop some tips and tricks below in the comment section. Let's begin. Number 1 is Mercury retrogrades, unless you are fixing old situations. Enough said. Like uncrossing or anything in that spectrum. Maybe you have somebody that won't leave you alone and you did some work on them and you need them to leave you alone and it's starting to get a little scary. Of course, that is acceptable. Number 2, eclipses. This is the time where things are very spiritually chaotic, unpredictable, and ancestral doors swing wide open. It's good for raw ancestral work, but not for manifesting or love spells. Again, if you're very good, this doesn't apply to you. But if you're still new, don't do any kind of work on these days. These are usually karmic events that happen that are meant to speed up or force transformation, whether you're ready or not. You can think of them as gateways for change, endings, and sudden revelations. Think of it as divine correction or God putting his finger in where you're trying to maintain control and creating a blockage, like getting in your way. Think of a little person pushing at a big giant finger and God's like, no, and he's separating somebody from something. Or the opposite, he's pushing somebody towards the situation. Maybe I'll make another video on that. Number 3 is void of course moons. Why does Dex do that, by the way? What is this? Somebody tell me what this mantra is when she does that. This is when the moon is not making any aspect to any planets. Whenever spells are done around this time, they kind of fizzle out. Not worth it. Don't waste your money on candles. Number 4, when you're sick or physically ill or emotionally unstable, unless it's healing work, something to make you feel better. Now, there's people that always want to say they want to use that emotion to channel that feeling. Again, only unless you are very good at what you can do. All right. An example is maybe while you're crying, maybe let those tears hit a piece of paper. And then while it's drying up, when you calm down and you can think, you already felt those feelings when they hit that paper. You can think about what you want to happen as those tears are hitting that paper. But then you can kind of walk away, collect yourself, and then come back and then work on that petition. And then make sure none of these other things are going on in what I'm talking about as far as not doing XYZ. Number 5, which is what I just mentioned in part of this, but after intense sexual activity or crying, unless the work is part of the intention. For number 6, I didn't really know if I should have added this one in here. This one's more so for hoodoo practitioners. I'm probably going to make a video about this another time. But when spirits like Mother Vine are active, maybe more active than usual. Like I said, I'm not really going to get into that one too much. If somebody really wants to know and they comment below, I will reply to it with a video. Number 7, when sunset to midnight occurs, that's usually known as when the earth breathes. I don't know why, that's what I've learned, okay? Just go with it. Number 8, Fridays, Mondays, and Saturdays. I know a lot of people are going to be like, what are you talking about? Yes, you can. Like I said, you want to avoid these days unless you're very good. I'm going to help you out. This is certain type of workings, but usually they're less effective on these days, or they tend to energetically backfire more than other days. It depends on the planetary ruler, the moon phase, and your intention. Friday is usually about love, beauty, harmony, romance, and pleasure. Saturday, that's a day about karma, restriction, boundaries, endings, and discipline. And Monday, that's emotions, intuition, cleansing, dreams, and subconscious matters. I think I need to expand a little bit more on that so people don't try to bash me in the comments trying to say I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's start with Friday, as far as why it could go bad. For banishing or cursing, for example, Friday's a day ruled by Venus, where Venus wants to unite, not separate. Another one, hexes or breakup spells. You might cause love karma to rebound, okay? And then protection work on a Friday. It's not really going to be the strongest. Some good things on a Friday, maybe a sweetening jar spell, glamour work, love drawing, pleasure magic, and self-worth. Now, Saturday, that's karma. It's ruled by Saturn. It's the Lord of Karma. It's great for banishing or binding, hexing, or even ancestor work. So if somebody got it coming to them. But if not, it's the Lord of Karma. It's not really ideal for love stuff on a Saturday or healing, because Saturn hardens anything it touches. As far as quick manifestations, Saturday is not the day to do it, because Saturn is slow as hell. And then lastly for Saturn, money spells, because it could delay things, or it might make things just be slow. Or restrict stuff, because Saturn restricts, especially blessings. Some good works to do on a Saturday: shut up work, binding, like I just said, uncrossing, shadow work, revenge, or karmic rebalancing. I don't know why I held up 2 fingers for that. And then Monday, ruled by the moon, is more tied to your intuition and your emotions and water. So it's good for cleansing, dream work, and self-reflection. Not so much good for high energy manifestation, because the moon is more soft and indirect. Also, it's not very good for power work. Moon energy is more receptive, not so much assertive. And money spells. I messed up with this one real bad, but trust me from experience, this Monday is not a good day to do a money spell of any kind, unless you're doing it for emotional security, and I don't even know how that works. So, I mean, I can say on Mondays I feel good, but not monetarily. And again, some more tips about when it's good: maybe spiritual baths, emotional healing, intuition enhancement, and energy resets. I want to add to the planetary ruler. So what I mean by that, if you're trying to banish on a Friday, Saturn would be more appropriate for banishment on a Saturday, where Venus and banishing work, they're kind of not so, they don't do good there. Mars is exalted in Capricorn, but it's debilitated in Libra. It's also debilitated in Taurus. So you get what I mean. The planetary ruler and your intentions being Mars. It's a little example there. And furthermore, for a Monday, a waning moon would be the best time for a cleansing. All right, on to number 9. On a dark or a full moon, when you're clearing or honoring or setting boundaries. When the moon is void or new, this is a time when things are dying, falling away, or are swallowed. Pause. Into the abyss. Spirits are usually restless and asleep. Like I said, if you're good, do it. But you may not get clear messages, and your protection may not be as, we'll just say, full. Also, your energy could be low, and your spirit guides could be silent. So doing manifestation around this time could feel like pouring water into sand. This is like the underworld energy phase during a new moon or void moon. Void moon is good for shadow work, grief, mourning, and death rites that are appropriate. Not so much purification or attracting blessings. Void moons, new moons, no moon in the sky, dark. If you're gonna do work here, make it cord cutting, crossroad rituals, shadow integration, ancestor silence offerings, and sleep and dream-based divination, okay? Running out of time. Now for full moons, that's your expanders, energetic amplifiers. You're gonna intensify emotions and spirits and intentions. So if you're trying to banish or set boundaries or clear your space, the energy may be too loud and too full to let go gracefully. I'm probably gonna have to make this a part 2, but I'm gonna try to pack it all in there. Rituals can spiral out of control, both emotionally or spiritually, especially if you're already out of balance. It's like trying to lower the volume in a room full of screaming voices. Like I said, nothing leaves easily because the energy is at its peak. This is good for charging, releasing what's already been prepared, and manifesting whatever's already been building. Not great for fresh boundaries, quiet spiritual reflection, or serious cleansing of grief or trauma. Basically, your aura is wide open. So make sure you have your protection up because you're very visible at this time to other people and spirits. I'm going to go ahead and end it here because this video is getting way too long. So follow me for more information on when to manifest and when not to manifest. And comment below if I made any mistakes or missed anything.